Yeah, hi,
Oh,
everyone. Just so welcome everybody to another episode of Possibilities to Prosperity. The Street Smart Success that I do here every second and fourth Friday. Um, with Robert Butwin, or usually with Robert Butwin. I'm not sure we're kind of filling in for him today, but hopefully he'll be back next time. But I am here with Helene, and so welcome, Helene.
hi, Emily. Thank you for welcoming me. Hi, everyone. My name is Helene Weiner, and I am living right now in Henderson, Nevada, where it's 120 degrees out. That's not very prosperous. It's very, very hot.
That is
Originally,
hot.
I'm from, oh, it's very hot. It's like I could take an egg right now and fry it on the concrete right now.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm inside, but you know, I am so grateful. I'm so excited. I had such a great week, and that to me is the meaning of prosperity. Prosperity is about building a life of purpose, impact, and abundance. And when you hear the word prosperity, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What do you think, Emily?
uh, being able to like have the things you or be able to have or do the things that you would like to do.
Okay.
um
So most people will
or
answer
be
money.
or be yeah, yeah.
Okay. Money, success, wealth, nice home, financial freedom. Then say they are all part of prosperity, but they're only a piece of the picture. True prosperity is waking up excited about your purpose, having meaningful relationships, serving others, creating opportunities, and having financial freedom to live the life you choose. And I have to share with you that there are many parts of that puzzle. How many of you out there are living the life of your dreams right now? I have a question to ask you. In fact, I am guiding a lot of people this week to financial freedom. What if something happened to you where you couldn't work? What happens? What would happen? Would you be able to take care of your family, take care of yourself if something happened to you, like an unexpected accident? You know, we have to live life to our fullest because life is short. And that's why every day is a new beginning. And we need to feel blessed and happy for what we have. This week, I had the honor of helping host a radio show with the Disability Channel. There are so many people out there, millions of people living with disabilities. And you know what? Everybody is grateful for who they are and what they have because for all of you, things could always be worse than what you haven't. So we have to be grateful for what we have. And it's up to us to make things happen in a positive way. So this week on our radio channel, I was telling people, how much does it cost for you to smile? Free. Does it cost anything, Emily, when you smile? But
Nope.
what happens when you do smile? What reactions do you get?
Sometimes I smile back.
Mhm. So this is what I call being part of a community. smiling, saying hello. It doesn't cost money to do that. That's what, and so where I was going with what if, we have ways of protecting ourselves. There's many options today available to men, women, families, people who have children to protect their families. When you're protected, that's a feeling of being prosperity, right? You don't have to have a lot of money to be protecting your family. In fact, sometimes when you're protecting your family, if something were to happen, you don't have that worry on your head. What if something were to happen? So I was just, there's a lot of different, even though I don't talk a lot about wellness products or life products, there is a product that I do want to share today that can create prosperity. Besides life insurance, which everybody really should be covered, protected, there's something that is called critical illness insurance. Emily, you know what critical illness insurance is?
Um, I'm not sure if I've heard of it, but I'm guessing it has something to, it's insurance for when you were in, have some critical thing going on.
Okay, so critical illness insurance, and many people actually do not know about it and they're not utilizing it the way they should. If something unexpected happens, let's say somebody comes down with cancer, heart attack, stroke, and there's no age limit for any of those, you know, especially cancer.
Right.
So with critical illness insurance, they pay you one lump sum if something were to happen. And it's while you're young, everyone, if you're young, it actually, it's very affordable, but it's even more affordable when you're younger and you get it. So you get paid up to $100,000 depending on what your policy at. But what's nice about it is, let's say you are working and something were to happen to you get paid. And then you could recuperate. You have money to pay your mortgage. You have money to pay your bills. If you want, whatever you want to do with it, it's yours to spend how you want it. Many people, when they come down with something, they might be out of work for a while and they can't take care of themselves. So it's just thinking ahead, planning ahead of something that possibly could happen. We don't think about it. We don't want it to happen. But you know what, everyone? It's thinking and being, and when you take care of the unknown, the unexpected, that is creating more wealth and success and a little more financial freedom. Because let's say you're a young family, and I mean, I know, Emily, how many people do you know? Do you know people that have passed away young, unexpected?
Yeah.
There's no, and that's the thing that, you know what, we all need to be realistic about that. That happens. So we don't like to think about it, but it's there. So let's get back to prosperity. So prosperity is having an abundance in every important area of life. Mental well-being is part of prosperity. Peace of mind is a part of prosperity. Because it's not just money, but health, family, friendships. Oh my gosh, friendships are so important. It's totally part of prosperity. What's your purpose? Everybody needs a purpose. I know what Emily's purpose is. One of them. Emily is on every single day helping others. I admire Emily so much. Emily, I want to tell you, you look at me. I am proud of you and I'm grateful for you for all that you do. You hear you're helping others. You work in a children's store. And you know what? I'm here for you. I just want you to know that. Yeah, see, that's a thumbs up. And those thumbs up right now made me smile and made me feel good. And that's important, knowing that you're appreciated. What do you have to say about that, Emily?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. I really, really, you know what? Another part of prosperity is personal growth, doing the best you can be. You know what? We're going to be faced with a lot of people that say things that really are so not right. Oh my gosh, I could tell you stories of people saying the darndest things. They say kids say the darndest things. Well, guess what? I talk to people that really say the darndest things. Sometimes people could be very thoughtless, but when you know what, when they are, sometimes it's their problem. It's about them, not about you. Now, I will say that I am always open. It's very important to be open and be a good listener because sometimes we don't see ourselves the way other people might see us. So I am always, for me, I always want to improve who I am. And if I'm doing something that's not correct, or if I do something to hurt your feelings, I want to know about it. Tell me when I do it. Let's talk about it rather than waiting, holding things in. Being open and transparent, but being in a way and saying it in a way is healthy. Sharing your thoughts is very important. And being contribution. What do you contribute to others? So I am so proud that um, I am a partner, community partner with nonprofit TV in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful opportunity for me that I'm going to do the best that I can do to bring nonprofits, give them their voice, be seen on television. Oh my gosh. Podcasting is nice and nonprofit TV is growing. It's one of the largest streaming platforms that's out there right now. And what do they do that's so wonderful? They give people a chance to uh, give their why. They partner with different programs that have from nonprofits to regular programs, businesses. It's all about opportunity. And I am there to help bring those opportunities to life. And I'm here to help businesses host these venues so people could be seen. So I am like so excited about this opportunity. So my mission is to do the best that I can do. And I'm grateful for being given, I consider it as a present. So there's so much joy of what I do. And it's not always about the money, it's going to be there. But when you work so hard, everything seems to just fall into place. And a lot of people that I'm seeing, you need when you put your mindset to succeed and to do, it's going to happen. You got to believe in yourself. So, what is the mindset of prosperity? So instead of saying, I can't, they ask, how can I? How can I? Because when you say I can't, you're putting negative right there. You're creating that negative voice in your head saying, I can't do it. And how many of us have said, I can't? Sometimes when it's a little out of our comfort zone, and I got to tell you something, especially you, Emily, when I first learned about computer, oh my God, I was so technically challenged. I was technically challenged. I didn't know how to copy and paste. I didn't know how to do so much. And I'm still learning. Every day I'm learning things. But I am way ahead than some younger people because I'm working it. I work hard. And when you work hard at something, it does pay off. So instead of saying, how can I say, and instead of saying, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this teaching me? And instead of competition, we're looking for collaboration. What is collaboration? It's working together. It's how could we work together and be a team? That's prosperity. When you know what? It's more fun when you have someone to work with rather than being by yourself. And I have to tell you something. That is, Emily, don't you like having someone to work with? Aren't we having fun today?
Yeah.
And you say, Helene, let's do even though Robert didn't, he got mixed up on the days or whatever, let's do it together. I go, okay. So, and I'm not short of words. I figured something of what we're going to make this happen. And I am so happy we did. So, as far as everyone, financial prosperity, let's talk about the money. What does it give us? It allows us to help our family, support causes, invest, and give generously. Money is a tool. Health prosperity. Without health, you could have all the money in the world. But when you don't have health, money loses much of its value. Because prosperity includes energy, exercise, which I know you do exercise, Emily. You work out and you film yourself working out, and kudos to you. Nutrition and mental wellness. And mental wellness is being positive minded. It's keeping up. You know what? If something is not working for you, or if you're around people that are just negative, either you want to create positivity and try to help them, or just you don't want to be around negativity. I try to help people, but if it sometimes people just don't want to be there, they just don't want to be helped. So I go, okay, I wish you well, but I need to be around people that I could help or that are positive minded. Because you know what? When people are negative, they could bring you down. And to me, relationships are really one of the top meanings of prosperity to me. The quality of your life is closely tied to the quality of your relationships. Like, for instance, people that I really care about. I don't like when they're mad at me or if I do something wrong and I get them sad or whatever. I got to make up right away. What about you, Emily?
Yeah. For sure.
I don't like that feeling. And I'm amazed when some people could just walk away and not talk. I can't, when you know what, when I care about somebody, and that's why when people, they say online, this one's ghosting me, this one's, well, why does somebody ghost somebody? Why do they do that? To me, you know what? And I'm going to tell you why I think they do. Because they don't know how to face the challenge. They don't know how to share their feelings. So they're removing themselves rather than facing, they're hiding. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah. So, my feeling about ghosting, that's ridiculous. If there's something that's not working in a relationship and you don't, maybe some people just don't align anymore. Sometimes people just outgrow each other. Some people just don't see eye to eye. There's ways to make people not feel bad or wonder what happened because it's just hard to just turn off the faucet, turn off love. Just like that. Goodbye. Really? Okay. But that's their problem. It's not about you, it's about them because they don't know how to deal with reality or situations. So they just say, oh, okay, all right. But the top people in my life are my family, my friends, and my business partners. Sometimes my business partners are just as close to me as my family because they're part of my life. We work together to make sure to make things happen. And of course our spouses, our loved ones, our parents. You know what? I always say, when I grew up, you cannot pick your family. They're there, but they are your tests. How many people are in family situations where we all do not think the same? Okay. Everybody thinks a little differently, but you have family dinners and they'll go, this one's there. And you go there and you make it happen because we're family. Because you cannot pick your family. But what's happening today in the world too, people that have families that they might not have anything to do with the families that's not working as they get older, because as you get older, you get to make choices as to who you want to spend your time with and who you don't want to spend your time with. When you're little, you have no choice. You go with your mom and dad, and if they're with people that you don't like, then you grin and bear it or you whatever. So, anyways, everyone, ask yourself, why was I put here? People who know their purpose often have more energy and resilience. What do you think, Emily?
Hmm. I can see that.
Yep. When you have a good day, everything's good. So the whole thing is realizing, okay, you could be having a great day and then somebody might say something that could really upset you. I know it's upset me, but then as I'm getting older, I'm starting to just listen more and not get affected because, reacting, sometimes the other person just wants you to react. And yeah, so I'm always trying to be the best. And prosperity is just, for me, it's a whole package. There's parts and realizing how grateful. And sometimes and I know you and we like to give, we like to make people happy. I love seeing people smile. I like making people laugh. And sometimes I make people laugh without even trying to make them laugh. But we're going to see a lot together because my goal in life is to make a difference in the world and to help people in whatever way I can. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And what can you do today that can make your life easier? What is your prosperity? What is your true happiness? Outside of the money. Money is important, but what is the most important thing right now in your life? And it's funny, as we get each part of our life, different stages in our life, different factors are important. When you're younger and people get married and then they have children, or some people don't get married, and friendships, it's whatever you put your mind to do, what's your happiness, that's your prosperity. Enjoy. And that's all she wrote for now.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. We'll see you again in a couple weeks for another episode. And encourage everybody to check out our social media. And if you have any questions, to let us know. Till next time, everybody has a